Which university impressed me the most and did it affect my academic direction? I think Tsinghua University impressed me the most, but it was because I got to speak to our student tour guide, and he told me a lot about the AI projects he was working on, and I asked him where he got a lot of his motivation for innovative thinking. And I think his response and directing me towards like different media sources helped me kind of reshape how I educate myself outside of classes and what sources I should be looking to.
I've never been to Shenzhen besides this trip, and I really like BYD. It's very advanced, and I like all the advancements, and the wall of just patents was very amazing. You can't see that anywhere else. I think what really impressed me the most was the car that had the different meanings, like the dragon's head, the dragon's spine, whiskers, they're all represented in the car. We answered a lot of questions like why the trains are using batteries, why electric vehicles here are so much better than the ones in the US, or where they're spreading out. Eye-opening, brand, demystifying.
AI models before, and usually it takes up to like 10-15 minutes, and this took about like 3 minutes.
We searched up a girl traveling in Shenzhen for the first time, since it's our first time traveling.
I mean, AI is definitely becoming more popular, and image generation is a really important part of that, but I feel like a lot of the models that I've tried using are not always quite as efficient.
We have our offices in Guangzhou.
Never been to Shenzhen before. This is my first time. I had only ever really heard of it as being like the comparison being like, oh, it's like China's version of Silicon Valley. So like, and everyone always talks about how fast it developed. Or I think it just speaks to the fact that the city is really trying to make it very habitable and exciting for all sorts of people to move and come to.
Before this program, I didn't know too much about China.
I think in America, definitely there's a lot less information about like what life is actually like in these Chinese cities.
Entrepreneurial, and I think that just kind of comes with the culture of the city being so young that there's like an increased focus on like going out on your own and building something, which I think is really cool, right? It's kind of like that's its own unique like cultural personality, I would say, of Shenzhen.
Xiaosan is good morning in Cantonese.
That's why it costs $20.
Get your phone, take a photo, and go to Taobao.
For me, I think it's really great to meet students like you, Gavin, and like get to know people on an individual level. And it's great to get past that and like be like, oh, like there are students in China who care about the same things I care about and feel the same way about a lot of things I feel about.
It feels very natural and beautiful and hopeful to be here.
Oh, definitely. If I ever moved anywhere in the world, I would 100% need my family to visit. Yeah.
So if you have the opportunity, last question, to either take back to the US a technology or a secret recipe for a Chinese dish, which would you choose?
I would definitely choose a technology. It might sound like very simple to you, but I want the high-speed train. The bullet train is awesome.
So one of the reasons why, even though I in the past gone to China many times, I still chose to go as part of See China, is because when you're on your own, it's kind of hard to see companies specifically, which is a lot of what See China does. They go to a lot of companies that you can kind of tour and get a better idea of what they're like and how to work there, which is a lot harder when you're just kind of visiting family or going to specific, or just like trying to tour or whatever. Like it's a lot because these have to be coordinated. So this program makes it a lot easier to do that. And also just to stay on university campuses as well. Because, again, that's also something that's difficult to do while you're with family. So some examples of what I got from this was one time we got to visit Tencent, and we were able to see a lot of the things that their company does. Like flight simulators, games, like medical equipment and finances. So they do a lot of stuff. So it was really cool to see that and their demonstration. Another, we went to this like sort of tech hub in Hangzhou where we saw a lot of like neat little technologies and like little robots or like sleep goggles and they had like a little stand for a video game, which was pretty cool. So just kind of getting to experiment and learn a little bit about some of the more commercial stuff there was really nice. For my career specifically, we were able to learn about DeepSeek, which is an AI that was developed in China and kind of got me thinking about how we use AI a lot more nowadays. And just, comparing it and, some of the American ones like Claude or ChatGPT, just kind of getting an idea of what they do differently, what each of them does. We also did get to kind of play test it a little bit in one of the visits, which was pretty cool. And also just kind of getting a sense of where China is technologically and, seeing if, maybe if I decide to go to China in the future for work, what I could do.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Don. Hi, my name is Liam.
I'm Torrance Samples.
Hi, I'm Emma Kirkwood.
Over the past few weeks, we've been in, now 4 different cities in China. Now, Fuzhou, Kuliang within Fuzhou, the Fuzhou province.
Aside from it being extremely hot, I've got to say I've made a lot of friends, not just with the people on the trip that have gone with me, but also with just foreign Chinese people that I meet on the street. Just speaking with them and seeing that their experiences are really not that different from mine. We're really pretty similar if it comes down to it.
There's a lot of networking opportunities on this trip, especially here in Fuzhou. I'm incredibly grateful for this trip and the friendships and the relationships that I will have with these people after the trip.
After having been here for just 3 weeks now, I think there's definitely a level of respect and admiration that I've gained for China and the US as well. So talking to students here, I'm oh my gosh, we share so many of the same values and priorities. Getting to meet with US embassy officials and see people who have devoted 25, 30, sometimes 50 years of their life to cultivating a successful relationship between the US and China makes me really proud. You have unlimited respect and admiration, and it can be built for 2 countries simultaneously.
Go out and apply for those programs where you can go to and visit the other side and see what it's really like. You can read all of the things you want about China or the US. Nothing is going to tell you more than actually visiting there for 2 weeks or maybe more, and really to experience it yourself.
I've already messaged a few people about potentially returning some point in the future to do a program or something. It's really fun. Yeah.
I think there was a lot of really great opportunities, unique experiences, great leadership, and yeah, it was a good time.
Keep your eyes open, keep your mind open, keep your heart open. See it for yourself and experience it for yourself. That's the true experience.